Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all well. So yesterday I decided to do some slow stitch. So these are little panels that I've cut out from all of the, if you recall, a little while ago I did some, that's not part of it. Yeah, I did some hand dyeing, natural dyeing with vegetables and plants, and I decided that I would use a few in this little piece here. So I used some of my eco dye panels and the lovely blues that I got from Red Cabbage, and also these colours from this was definitely the orange hawkweed, and then this was avocados. So there's a range of different colours. This beautiful colour was the same. It was from the orange hawkweed. Isn't that gorgeous? So basically what I did was cut some small squares of these because I wanted to start using some. Cut some small squares, and I decided to put them on this lovely piece here as well. This is one of the eco dyes as well, and then I've done some slow stitch using some nice contrasting, but well, sort of complementary colours rather than contrasting, just keeping it very low key. So the next stage, I thought maybe you would want to come along with me, and so I've just got my coffee. I'm wondering, whether to back it with this, but I can't decide yet because I don't know what it's going to be. So I'm going to leave it for now, but I've got that as an option, or I could put another piece of cloth underneath. I brought out these colours here. These are much darker colours, and I'm trying to decide what to use. So I think that's too dark, that one there and that one. So I'm going to put those away. But I do have these as an option. I've used that one, so I'll put that one away. So that leaves these three, which actually I think those two are the same colour. So I'll put one of those away. So that leaves these two. But I think I'm going to use this colour. And what I want to do is just do some circles randomly around. When I say randomly, I am going to draw them on, but I want to connect them a little bit as well. So I'll grab my pencil. I don't have one of those. I want one of those pencils that you can use at that disappear when you on fabric. I'm just wondering where to start. I might start here and then work my way around. So if I started there, for example, I think sometimes you're better off trying in the centre, somewhere like that. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to draw my circle. I actually think this might be a bit big. I don't think... I could use this. Quite nice to have some small circles as well. Anyway, I'm going to do this one for now. And I've probably moved it, and it doesn't matter. Right, so I need to really press on. Yeah, so I thought I'd quickly do this. And, well, as quickly as I ever do things, and that's not quick, but I know that a lot of you like this slow stitch that I do, so I'm happy to stick with that. Right, good news, everyone. You're not going to believe it, but I found my needle, and it was on the floor. And last night, for anyone who watched my last video, I ranted and raved about I couldn't find, I think that's it. I'd lost some stamps guess what? Last night, preyed on my mind. I couldn't stop thinking about it. It was ridiculous, I know. And I found them. So there you go. And I just felt ridiculous really, because I put them somewhere in an odd place that I shouldn't have put them. Well, it didn't make sense that I put them there, for example. Right, now I know this is dark, but I'm looking at dark because I want it to stand out. And initially when I did this, I was thinking, oh, I don't want to dominate. I love these fabrics. I don't want to dominate them. I want to keep them, have the cloths, the dyed cloths on show, that they're the stars, etc., etc. But actually, I've made this too long. I'm going to cut it. But actually, I think I'll be doing this a favour by doing these circles. I think that it's going to make the piece stand out more, I mean, otherwise, although it's pretty, it's a little bit boring, let's be honest. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. It's a muggy, warm day today here. I'm just threading my needle. Yeah, I could have had it longer than this, but never mind. So, right, let's make a start. Now, I'm not saying I'm not going to do more than one row of stitching, but I'm going to just keep it simple for now. Whoops. Hopefully I can see. Hopefully you can see. So you may remember, you may recall, I like to keep my stitches small and going round corners. Now I can't actually see, but I think I'll be all right. Yeah. So, yeah, so as I said, I found I was going through loads of things last night, because I was flummoxed, about these things that I'd lost, and I was thinking, they have to be somewhere. They didn't grow legs and walk out the door, and so yeah, I've just really pulled things out and really searched for things. And in doing so, again, I noticed how much of the the pieces that I would maybe use to make masterboards and things like that, tags and journaling cards and what have you, I've got far too many scraps, far too many. And so I think I'm going to carry on, even though maybe those videos might not be as popular. I'm going to carry on doing them because I want to, I may not even do it on video actually, but I'm going to carry on making with those scraps, because I just, there's a point where you get where you have too many and you begin to wonder, well, why am I keeping it? I've had it for 2 years. Why am I keeping this? Some of them are digitals, and they come in handy sometimes when you're doing a project. You find these little scraps and you think, oh, well, that would work. But the thing about digitals is you can reprint them. So, that shouldn't be using them up in scrap projects shouldn't be an issue, because as I say, you can reprint. So yeah, A lot of the bits that I've got are bits that I started with. So when I first started doing this, I, you know, in true junk journal fashion, I started saving lots of junk mail, magazine, you know, bits of magazines, all sorts of junk, you know, cardboard. And now I just have far more than probably have more than I could possibly use, put it that way. Well, maybe I could use it in, you know, 10 years or something like that, because I've just got too much. And so now what I'm going to do is focus on using it up, especially the pieces that you might not consider the pretty pieces. They're the ones that I want to use up. And if I've got an abundance of cards that I can't use because I've got far too many, for example, journaling cards and tags and things like that, then I'll give some away. Or, you know, but at least they're small pieces of work that, you know, I'll send them out as happy mail or something. You know, and if people don't want to use them, then they can pass them on to other people. So it's just an idea that I just feel that I'm going to pull that one out. Didn't like where it landed. I like that. I think I've made the right choice in the colour of the... I'm just threading my needle, guys. Won't thread. It's being awkward. It's just being awkward. I did think about going out today and I do have to go out later, but so I've got some post to send some things off, some teas, some herbal teas off to someone. Some of from my apothecary. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to concentrate. So I'll probably do maybe one session a week where I'm using up my scraps. And again, as I said, I might do them off camera or I might do them on. Now, I think I'm just going to do one row for now. And then I'll see about whether I want to add more, because what I'm thinking of doing is sort of, you know, connecting some circles rather than just having them but this is ideally, this would be where I've got different size lids that oh, hang on, I've got a smaller one. Have I got a smaller one? No, it's yeah, I have. There's a smaller one, so I could use that up here. Yep. Yeah, that's good. Right, I'm just going to start using this that I have. Not keen on doing, yeah, I might do it. Yeah, I'll start here. I'm not keen on doing circles and changing my thread halfway around the circle, but it is what it is. I'm using it up in the spirit. You know, it's funny because when I think back to my intentions for the beginning of the year, it was to use up my junk, my, what's the word, you know, my stash and my bits and bobs that I've got, scraps. Sorry, I'm just concentrating to get a rhythm going. I think, yeah, so that was one of my intentions for this, for January. And as happens, you know, I went off in different directions, and that's okay. You know, nobody was holding me to it. It was only for myself. But it's not just an intention for, let's say, you know, a New Year's sort of resolution type thing. It's now a necessity because I, you know, maybe in the future, if I move, I'm going to have probably a smaller space than this. This is a large room that large-ish, it's not that large, but you know, it's a good size to be able to hold all of my things. And you know, if I didn't have this space, I would have to put a lot in storage because I've got that much, and I keep buying more. And I don't buy expensive. Hang on a minute, have I gone out? I think I've gone out and just pull that one out. It's only one. I'll just draw it again there. Haven't got much left anyway. On this needle, so I will just. Oh, it's gone in my coffee. Oh well. Let's get back to it. It's still hard to see even with, but I think that's it. You know, and these aren't things that you could, these aren't things that people, I know a lot of people, you know, put together scrap packs and things like that. These are not things that I could sell to people, you know, they're just things that I collected from, yeah, just not things that people would find interesting, and certainly not sort of vintage or antique things. They're just, you know, everyday things that I kept. Excuse me for clearing my throat all the time. Bobby went out this morning and he hasn't come back yet for his breakfast. But he did come in, I think it was 4. Oh my goodness me, I'm just going to end it here. Yeah, he did come in at 4 o'clock, woke me up. So, scratching, I closed my door because, well, I like my bedroom door closed, and he woke me up scratching at the door. Because he's now, I put a cat flap in, so he's now can come and go as he pleases. So the point of that was so that he doesn't wake me up 2 or 3 times in the night wanting to go out, which is what he did before. He's a very demanding little cat. So he's demanding, bless him, but he's also a little bit scaredy cat, and I don't understand why. He never used to be. But he doesn't like to even to walk downstairs without me, which I find strange. You know, and then when we walk downstairs, he waits for me to enter each room. And I don't have that many rooms, you know, I'm in a very small cottage, but he won't go in to the kitchen himself without me going in first. I mean, do anyone have a cat that does that? We've had cats, and excuse me, I'll have a sip of my coffee. Yeah, I've never had a cat do that before. So if you have cats and you find yours do that, then I'd be interested to learn whether that's something that cats do. Okay, good. So I've managed to get round, and I like it. I'm just ending off here. There we go. I love looking at the back of my work. I don't know why. It thrills me. I'm easily pleased. Right, now I'm going to do the large one. This might seem a bit obvious to you guys, I don't know, but I'm just having fun. I'm not, you know, not trying to be super artistic, super clever about things. I just want to have some fun and slow stitch, and at the same time produce some nice pretty work, if you like, but also something interesting to look at, hopefully. You know, I need to take my work up a notch, and I recognise that, but from an artist's point of view. But I sort of, the reason I started doing crafts was because I wanted to, you know, my brain wasn't working in the way that it did in the past, and so I felt that crafts took the pressure off that. And I don't know if I want to go back to it. It's very easy to go back, you know, to yeah, start to become stressed over it all again. Oh, I think that's a bit wobbly. I don't want wobbly. I know people say, you know, I don't bother pulling out, but like I say, I don't want wobbly in circles. I like my circles nice and neat. They make me happy. Slow stitch makes me happy, but so does neatness in my work. I would be happy to go down a route of sort of random stitches and that sort of thing, but for me it will always be by design rather than, you know, being careless. And careless as in I care less, not careless as in, you know, me just not caring. That's not to say things have to be perfect, because if you look at my stitches, they're not perfect, but where I'm doing something like this, I want it to be at least have an element of control. I've talked about it before, I'm not going to go on and on about it. It's just how I am when it comes to things like this. And I've let go of a lot when I'm doing my stitches in the, you know, horizontally or vertically. So the circles, I'm afraid, I'm going to try and be as neat as possible. I'm all over the place today thinking. My thoughts, I'm doing a, what's it called, a brain dump on you guys. Is that what it's called? A mind dump? Yes, my next video is also going to be, I think, is going to be for those of you who do, do junk journals and want ephemera. I think that my next one is also going to be using scraps, but maybe I'll do a different type of project other than creating cards and journaling cards and things like that. I might do something else. And I might use pretty. Right, let's make sure I keep on track here. I've gone off, but never mind. To try and get back on. And what I could do is to, use another colour for another sort of a circle inside, or yeah, so many options for this sort of thing. If I had used, say, a more thicker fabric underneath a base, my work might have taken on this might have had a more bubbled appearance, which I quite like, but I'm happy to do it this way just for a change. Oh no, all my other work has been on quite heavy backgrounds. Well, not all of it, it's not true, but yeah, some of it. There we go. Right. Okay, let's see. What do we do next? I really like that. Shall I do some more circles? I'm very tempted, but I don't want them joining with that one. So do maybe 2 circles down here. So it's not... yeah, I'll do that. Okay. I'm going to stick with the brown, I think. Shall I? Just pull this out and see what it's like. I don't know if I like it in this. Well, it's okay. You know what? I'm going to go dark. I'm going to go even darker. but I don't know if it will show up as darker than that. Anyway, let's try it, because it is a lot darker. These are 6 strands, so trying to, I mean, I could even, you know, do 3 strands and do, or 4 strands and do some really thick circles. Sorry, I'm just threading my needle here. Trying to think if there's anything to tell you. Anything exciting? I know there isn't. I can't think of anything exciting going on right now. I was hoping to have a couple of days away this week. I was thinking of going down to Haworth, which is a little West Yorkshire village or town, or where the Brontes parsonage is, or Haworth parsonage, which is where the Brontes lived. And yeah, it's something I've wanted to do for a long time, and I just thought, you know what, maybe I would have a trip to York, have a wander around, you know, all the lovely shops and things, maybe go into the cathedral and the museum, and then there's a couple of National Trust gardens in that area as well that I would like to go to, because I'm a member, so I might as well. And then yeah, I was going to pop over to the west side and have a day or 2 over there, and go to the parsonage. The parsonage is the house that the Brontes lived in, and it's, you know, preserved by the National Trust, I believe, but I'm not certain. And you know, it's set up with all their personal belongings and things like that, which is lovely. So for anyone who's a Bronte fan, and then I believe they have, there's a walk that you can do as well. I mean, the area is beautiful, you know, lovely, well, beautiful Yorkshire countryside, and lots of walks for anyone who's interested in walks, lots of very picturesque walks and opportunities for photographs and things like that. And I believe there's a walk that you can do with a guided, I think it's a guided walk, but you could probably do it by yourself, which is the route that they believe inspired Wuthering Heights. So there's that as well. I don't know if I could do it, but I don't know how far it is or anything like that. I haven't really looked it up, but I think it's accessible. But yeah, on days when I'm struggling, I don't think I could do it, but you know, we'll see. Who knows? And then there's just some lovely places to visit around there. There's lovely little market towns and, as I say, picturesque countryside and historic houses and things like that. So I was thinking of going. I nearly booked a place. It was a Airbnb, but I wasn't. I mean, I'm not surprised there's not a huge amount left. There are still quite a lot of places left to book, to be fair. At this time of year I was surprised, but nothing screamed at me, you know, I really want to be there. So I love staying in cottages and, you know, places like that, old houses and things. But there was nothing. I did find a pretty shepherd's hut, which was available for very reasonable price. I think it was £75 a night. I thought that was okay. Oh, pricked myself then. And then I thought about maybe booking a hotel instead, with a swimming pool and sauna and what have you. So now having a bit of a spa. Right, so doesn't look any darker. Ah, yes, you can see a difference, very subtle difference when you hold it to the light, but it is very subtle. Okay, so then do I do this one? Yeah, I think I'll do this one. But I don't know whether to do it and have it sort of coming down here like that. Yeah, I think I'm going to have it down here. Rather than, you know, so yeah, that was, I keep talking about something I was going to do and I haven't done it. But yeah, I don't know why I haven't done it. I should have. Should have booked it. Shoulda, coulda, shoulda. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. That's it. Oh, let me pull it out. Yeah. Just feel like I want to do something, but you know, I am going away soon, so you know, at least I'm having a holiday. And I did have a lovely time when I went south recently to see my grandchildren, spend some time with them, and of course my son and daughter and their families. We're very close, you know, in that respect. We're very close family, very close relationship with my children. My grown-up children, very capable children, who are now not children anymore. So I feel very lucky. And my grandchildren are always adorable, aren't they? You know, they just are. It's just something, it's a very special relationship with your grandchildren. I don't know if any of you are grandparents. I suspect some of you are, and you will know how special it is. So I don't know why, it's just very, very special. And it feels like a real privilege to get to know them and spend time with them and, you know, watch them grow. I don't know. especially close quarters, like, you know, the way I have with mine. I have a grandson and a granddaughter. It's a bit dark, isn't it? I think I'll put the light on. Might not have been dark for you. I've noticed it usually isn't as dark for you as it is for me. When I say, oh, it's a bit dark, I'll put the light on. When I'm looking at the video, it doesn't look as dark for you guys. Sorry, I know I'm very slow, but I want to get it right. There we go, and then I will end off here. Lovely. Okay. I feel like I want something even smaller here. I could use this. Just feel it so it's too small. But I do feel it needs something in between. So let's have a look. Yeah. Okay, one more and then I will let you go. Okay, let's see. Blue would have been nice, you know, like a navy blue. I'm going to do this brown, and I may end up doing some more circles with a navy blue colour if I've got a navy blue. Right, I need to do that again just to be absolutely sure. Yeah, I think that's okay. Anybody would think, you know, I'm performing surgery. Oh, just pricked myself. I'd be rubbish as a surgeon, sewing somebody back up. Especially the time it would take me. Yeah, I'm being a bit precious. Come on, Julie. But, you know, it's a job well done when it's done well. And now I see that's not to my liking, but I'm going to leave it. I'm going to embrace it, the wonkiness right now. It's typical at the end of something, when I know that something is coming to an end, I get a little bit wobbly. I'll try not to. Some people might be bothered by the pencil mark, I'm not, because you can't really see it once you've gone over it with your kind of a little bit there, but I don't really mind. It doesn't bother me. It just adds to the circle itself, you know, defines it a bit more, if you like. Yeah, I think brown and navy blue go beautifully together, so I think that would work. Or brown and any blue goes with brown, any colour blue. You know, like a teal or a turquoise go well with brown. So, right, let's end off here. Lovely. There we go, looking at it from a different perspective. I like it. 3, 2, 1. Didn't think of it like that. Isn't that interesting? Wow, I did not recognise that while I was doing it. But I like it, and I'm going to leave it like this for now. So I'll let you go. I hope you enjoyed this and inspired to do something similar with the squares and things. I mean, I could add buttons, things like that. I did get some really beautiful buttons. Let me see if I can find some here. Look, wouldn't that be lovely? Well, not in the circles, but you know. I might have to go back and get some more. I found them in a charity shop, and there was quite a lot more, but I didn't get them all. What about that? Isn't that lovely? Obviously I love this colour, but I don't know. And then I got that colour as well. How strange that these are the colours of this. Isn't that odd? The way the mind works. Anyway, so there you go. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back to do more crafting very soon. So take care, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Hang on a minute. There's my needle. I've been using a different needle. Ooh. This is not the one. This is my lucky needle. Right, okay, leaving it there. Thank you for watching. Take care, everybody, and I appreciate you all very, very much. So I hope I've been in... I'm beginning to think maybe I wasn't on in frame, but anyway, take care. Bye for now.